the minority, that the New Patriotic Party, with the other minority in Parliament, marching back to
make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's democratic journey, built over 3 decades of constitutional rule, has been defined by peaceful transitions and credible elections. The 2024 general elections were affirmed by both domestic and international observers, including the European Union Election Expert Mission, as largely credible and reflective of Ghana's democratic commitment. Yet, the Ablekuma constituency stands out as a shocking exception. Ladies and gentlemen, since December 2024, the parliamentary results have not been declared, thereby denying the people of Ablekuma their rights to representation under the 1932 Constitution. This is without precedent in the Fourth Republic and constitutes a serious blot on our democratic record. Under Ghana's electoral framework, the Election Security Task Force, chaired by the respected Inspector General of Police, is responsible for security during the entire
Patriotic Party, with the other minority in Parliament, marching back to
make our nation great and strong, both to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us to resist oppressors who we call our will and might forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors who we call our will and might forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors who we call our will and might forevermore. Help us to resist oppressors and might forevermore. And help us to resist and might forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors and might forevermore. Arise, Ghana, look for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold and make her great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a motherland. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a motherland. Oh, we are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a motherland. We are all involved. We are next time you want to Texas. Talk to the chief. The deputy of the chief. Talk to him. What do you talk to him? Talk to him.
IGP. And then we are informing them that they should be able to provide security for the declaration of the Ablekuma. We are convinced that we've won the election. There are continued delay. It's an indication that they have lost the election.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the media, this is a petition for the immediate provision of security to enable the Electoral Commission to complete the collation of the Ablekuma parliamentary result. On behalf of the members of the minority caucus of the Parliament of Ghana, I write to formally petition your outfit or office over the continual failure to provide the adequate security required by the Electoral Commission in order to collect and declare the parliamentary results of the Ablekuma constituency following the 2024 general elections. And I'll proceed to give a bit of a background. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's democratic journey, built over 3 decades of constitutional rule, has been defined by peaceful transitions and credible elections. The 2024 general elections were affirmed by both domestic and international observers, including the European Union Election Expert Mission, as largely credible and reflective of Ghana's democratic commitments. Yet, the Ablekuma constituency stands out as a shocking exception. Ladies and gentlemen, since December 2024, the parliamentary results have not been declared, thereby denying the people of Ablekuma their rights to representation under the 1992 Constitution. This is without precedent in the Fourth Republic and constitutes a serious blot on our democratic record. Under Ghana's electoral framework, the Election Security Task Force, chaired by the respected Inspector General of Police, is responsible for security during the entire electoral process, including the collation of results. Yet, in this instance, the task force abdicated its duty as a critical moment, leaving the EC without protection and allowing lawlessness to disrupt fundamental democratic exercise. Facts giving rise to this important petition. 1. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 6 months after the December 2024 elections, the Electoral Commission of Ghana has not declared the official parliamentary results for the Ablekuma constituency. The absence of a declared member of Parliament for Ablekuma constitutes a serious violation of the constitutional right to representation guaranteed under the 1992 Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, the Electoral Commission initially attempted to conduct the collation process, but was obstructed due to reported threats and acts of intimidation at the collation center, allegedly led by the Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, with support from unidentified individuals in military attack. Following a premature and unlawful declaration of results under duress, the High Court, in the ruling dated 4th January 2025, ordered the Electoral Commission to complete the collation process and directed the Ghana Police Service to provide the necessary security to facilitate the exercise. On the 17th of January 2025, the Electoral Commission scheduled the continuation of the collation process and formally requested police protection. This request was ignored. On the morning of the scheduled exercise, the Ghana Police Service declined to provide the needed security, citing intelligence concerns, and failed to deploy personnel to either of the Commission's premises, thereby forcing the EC to suspend the exercise once again. The absence of security led to the evasion of the collation center by party supporters, including unidentified men in military uniform, forcing EC officials to abandon the process. The Commission has since expressed its readiness to proceed but continue to face a lack of cooperation from the Ghana Police Service, as confirmed in official communication. This is not merely an administrative failure. It is a constitutional crisis and a grave affront to democratic governance. Ladies and gentlemen, a subsequent high-level meeting involving the Inspector General of Police, the Electoral Commission, and the Election Security Task Force reaffirmed the importance of concluding the coalition. Yet, no action has been taken up to date. Our demands are simple and straightforward. Without mincing words, the continued disenfranchisement of the people of Ablekuma North represent not only a denial of their constitutional rights to representation, but also an affront to the democratic principles enshrined in the 1992 Constitution. This crisis erodes public trust in the integrity and independence of state institutions, particularly the Ghana Police Service. We therefore request that your office takes immediate steps without any more delay. Deploy adequate security personnel to the Electoral Commission at its designated coalition center. Ensure an enabling environment for the peaceful and lawful conclusion and coalition and declaration process in Ablekuma North. Uphold the High Court directive and cooperate fully with the EC to bring closure to this matter once and for all. The Ghana Police Service must not be perceived as the institution standing in the way of democracy. Democracy delayed is democracy denied. We urge your leadership to act with urgency and in good faith to restore the people's confidence in Ghana's democratic process. We trust that your office will act without any delay, swiftly and decisively, to safeguard the public interests and uphold the rule of law. I thank you, and may God bless our country. I'm grateful.
Well done.
All right, Ghana.
The nation demands God
should be given the necessary security measures to be able to prosecute and execute its constitutional mandate. Besides the point, this has never happened in our history. Right from 1992, we've never witnessed this. Parliamentary election being held up for over 6 months is strange. Now, if you just oppose what happened or what is happening at Ablekuma North against Afenyo-Markin, well, they're making the case as a defense. Pink sheets have been destroyed here and there. But if you look at the CI, in the wisdom of the framers of the CI, multiple copies of the pink sheet are given, the political parties, and then the EC itself. The intent is that if one or the other pink sheet is destroyed, they will still have a carbon copy or some, they should have some in reserve. So that principle was used in the Ablekuma North case. In the Afenyo, pink sheets were destroyed, but they had other multiple sources where they glean on that and they use it to declare the results of Afenyo, where we lost, and graciously and democratically we gave in. The NDC should also learn to be democratic. There are other sources of pink sheets. You are claiming the pink sheets have been destroyed. Meanwhile, we know it's your own party rank and file with some of your party boys who went there to destroy it. But there are other sources that the EC has confirmed that they can depend on those sources. And as I've told you, that there are other multiple sources to make a declaration.
Okay, so that's it.
And the organizer from Ablekuma North, the NDC organizer, and some other party boys are saying no, they won't allow the EC to declare. So we just presented a petition to the IGP, calling on him to do his constitutional mandate. And what is that? It's for him to give protection. That's all.
Now,
I can listen to you.
does MPP has all the pin sheet, the copies of the pin sheets?
Well, that question should be answered. You know, I am from a particular constituency. It happened in my place too. When they were saying they won't allow my result to be declared, they didn't know I had all the results. Eventually, I produced all my pink sheets, and my pink sheet tallied with that of the EC. That's what the EC declared in my favor. As far as I'm told, the candidate, the MP-elect, as you described, I'm allowed to describe her like that, QFA is around. She'll be able to confirm. I don't want to hazard any guess. From all sources, I'm told they have their numbers. They've won over 400 plus or so. That's the last engagement that we had with her. So that's about it.
Thank you very much.